Hey guys! I'm Bianca
I'm Richard.
and welcome to our channel. So we are totally new to YouTube. We have no idea what we're doing pretty much. This is our first ever video. And we kind of really just want to share our journey with you guys and our story. It is National Infertility Awareness Week, for those of you who do not know. So we feel like we should share this story at this time. A lot of our family and friends have no idea that we've been going through this. So this is their first time hearing our story as well. If you are a family or friend, we're sorry that we didn't tell you personally. Nothing against you guys. It's just we kept it private until we felt was right.
At the right time.
Which is now. So
yeah. So part of the reason why we started this channel is, first and foremost, is to document and video log our journey through this infertility process, and part of which what drove us to do this that came to this decision was when we were first started realizing that things that were supposed to happen didn't happen, like having a baby. That's when what helped us out the most at that time was actually watching other people that were struggling through this, going through almost the exact same thing we did. So we're doing this in hopes that this will help you in whatever part of this journey you're going to be.
So I've been watching a few vlogs throughout these 3 years that we've been struggling with this. Some of them, to just name a few, are Phil and Alex. I love them. Like, they're like a huge part of why we're doing this now and sharing our story. They helped me a ton. Carissa and Brian. Who else? Ellie and Jared. Those are just a few, guys. I mean, the YouTube community is huge. So just hearing other people's stories and knowing that we're not alone in this process has been a ginormous help to me, and like to us, I feel too, because like the men share their side of the story and Richard gets to relate to them. I feel, and yeah, it's just been like a really big help. So I came to Richard one day and I'm like, how would you feel about sharing our story publicly? This was like a few months ago. We've been at this for a few months, and at first I think like we were kind of both like, do we really want to share it? Like, some of our family, again, they don't know, and like what is everybody gonna think or whatever. But you know what, guys, it's not like, it's kind of sad that infertility is not talked about too often, because like when you are going through it, I feel like you feel like you're alone, basically, because it's not really talked about. Like,
you feel isolated,
like you feel like it's something that I don't know, like embarrassed, like not embarrassing, but like you feel like
ashamed.
I don't know, like it's not really ashamed. It's like a weird feeling. Like it's like, okay, like the one thing that my body is supposed to do, it's not doing it. So it kind of makes you like go through this weird emotional roller coaster, and like why is this happening to me? Like, it's just like I was like in a really deep, I guess you could say, like, depression for a while. Of why this was happening, until one day I realized, I'm like, why I shouldn't feel this way. I mean, like, I'm not the only one out there who's struggling with this, and like I can share my story just as others have, and like what a more beautiful way than to document it and be able to look back one day when we do have our children and be like, look, like this is how much we prayed for you, like this is like the work that God did in our life, like from like beginning, from before you even here till now. When we got married, I decided to get on birth control. Pill. We decided together that I would get on birth control.
We wanted to wait the first few years and then have a baby after.
Right, like we wanted to do traveling and stuff like that, and I honestly never thought, it never even crossed my mind that I would be going through infertility, like we would be going through infertility. When we first got married, we were like, well, our families are very fertile. Like my mom and my dad, it's 3 of us, me and my 2 brothers.
And then I have me and my 2 brothers.
And his 2 brothers. So we're like, well, there'll never be an issue. Our family has never had an issue, so why would we? Like, ignorance, okay? Because we never really knew about infertility or anything. I mean, we knew about it, but like, I don't know, it just never crossed our minds at the time. So about a year into our marriage, maybe a little over a year, we were actually here visiting Texas. We were still living in Miami at the time. And we were actually here visiting, and I said, what do you think about starting a family? And we were like, yes, like we've always wanted a big family. We've always wanted like 5 kids and like just a big family. I don't know. It's
I used
just
to joke with her. I said I wanted a football team.
yeah.
with
Richard wants like a
cheerleaders.
football team over here
with cheerleaders. So that's
So-
11 plus 7.
So yeah,
18.
we've always wanted a big family. And yeah, so like a year in our relationship, when we were here visiting Texas, I'm like, okay, it's time for us to stop taking the pill and let's just start trying.
Yeah.
So we did that, and for the first year, we just tried doing everything like naturally, and like everything was fine, whatever. We were still like traveling, we were cruising and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
And then I think like right when we hit the year mark, or almost when we hit the year mark, I went to my OB just for a regular exam, and I told her, hey, look, we're trying for baby Wyatt. We're trying for a baby, and it's just not happening, and it's been a year. Like, what's going on? Should we do any testing or anything? You want to let him in?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, like, should we do any testing or anything like that? And she was like, oh, honey, you're still young. It's okay. Like, just keep trying or whatever. Come back to me in another year. And I was kind of like taken back by that. Like, okay, like I understand that I'm young or whatever, but does that really matter? I mean, like if we're ready to start a family, we're ready to start a family. Age shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just do it like naturally and whatever. If anything, I'll just come back like at 6 months or whatever. So fast forward a bit, and we decide to move to Texas. So we didn't go to the doctor again to check because the craziness of moving to a whole different state and transferring work,
All right,
and
so-
I had just opened up a business, and it was just
Okay, just how
Yeah.
crazy. All right, we went from. All right, Texas has always been in our like 5-year plan. We always wanted to come to Texas.
Yeah.
That 5-year plan changed to 1 year. Then it changed for a couple months, and then it changed for we're moving next week.
it happened very, very fast.
It was
Okay,
a very quick.
but we're really lucky, and we thank God that everything like fell into place.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
no other way to describe it, but it was like a force of God.
Yeah.
'Cause
And my
just
parents
how
came
fast-
with us, so like
Yeah.
it was my parents, my brother's girlfriend at the time. Now they're married.
Yeah, they're married.
Well, fiance at the time because he proposed over there, and us, and our dog, and our chinchilla. We didn't have Eli at the time, which is the golden. So it was kind of crazy. So
and 2 lizards.
yeah. Oh, and one bearded dragon and one leopard gecko,
Okay, good, yeah.
which was my brother's. So we kind of said like, okay, well, we'll just see the doctor over there in Texas. Fast forward even more, we're here in Texas. Life just gets crazy. I
Harvey
started
hit.
I started another business. Which I absolutely love. And then just like a bunch of stuff
Yeah,
happened. Then Harvey hit, and then
hit.
like I don't know, like it just took like a while to like get back. We were
Yeah.
still trying this whole entire
This
time.
whole time
We were doing. I was testing with OPK strips, which is like the ovulation strips. I've been doing that forever.
Ava.
I got an Ava bracelet, which like if you don't know what that is, it's like a new bracelet that like you sleep with, and it checks your temperature like every morning,
Temperature,
and like your heart
sleep,
rate,
sleep cycle.
Yeah. all that good stuff. Like it does it for you in the morning instead of having to take like the thermometer or whatever. Like guys, we tried everything in the book, okay, like naturally. So I don't know, like life just like flew by, and like this whole time, like I'm on the TTC groups on Facebook. I'm on different blogs, reading a bunch of different things. We're eating the pineapple cores, eating the pineapples, drinking the pomegranate juice. I don't even know. Like it was just like, what else have we eaten for fertility diet stuff? Just like everything. It's just like craziness. Exercising, shakes, blah blah blah, everything, and it just still wasn't happening. So finally, I think like 2 months ago, I'm like, okay, like we hit the 3-year mark in March. 3 years of trying and it not happening.
Oh, sorry.
3 years of it not happening. So I'm like, let's find a doctor.
Yep.
And we went to this doctor. We really love her. And we started testing. And little did we know that, I mean, again, we had never really done like a big infertility test and like a whole plan. So we've been at the doctor's office, I think, more than ever in my life. A ton of blood work for me, like blood work every single week, sometimes twice a week. Richard got his exam done. I had the HSG done. Last week. There will be a vlog on that, by the way, on my HSG experience. There'll be
Yeah.
a vlog on that. Probably I'll do that one tomorrow. And now we're waiting because we have another appointment coming up this coming week, not this week, next week, to do some more testing. So infertility is a ton of testing. So that's another reason I feel like we wanted to share too, because like it's not easy going through this alone, especially like, yes, you have the support of family, and yes, you have the support of like friends and stuff like that, and of spouses, but like community, I feel, is very important when you're going through this. And again, like seeing all those videos of like people doing the HSG test and doing like his analysis that he had done, all that stuff, like saying how they felt through the whole process really helped us. So we're like, why don't we share our story to see if, who knows, maybe it'll help one of you guys, or maybe it won't help anyone, and we'll just have it documented and we'll just go back on it, and maybe it'll help us down the future, like seeing our growth and everything that we went through. Who knows where this is going to take us. It's a crazy journey, but I'm happy that we're doing it together.
True.
By the way, guys, I'm very sorry if you hear the dogs barking in the background. Our channel is not just going to be of infertility vlogs. It's going to be of like, I don't know if we'll do daily yet, but it'll be like family style vlogs and things like that. And you'll know that we have two dogs. We have Wyatt, which is a terrier, which is right here, a little terrier mix, right, and a golden retriever puppy, which is right over there. And they are both, they just love to be the center of attention. So they will probably say hi to you guys in every single video that we do. They will probably bark and say hi to you guys. We also have a chinchilla. He's awesome. Yeah, we love, we love our fur babies. Like, they are amazing. We love them.
So, I guess a little bit about ourselves.
Yeah. So we'll say a little bit about ourselves. Well, not a little bit. We could just say our whole like story, basically, of like how we met and like how all this.
So we're starting from the beginning.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. It's a long journey.
All right. So we both met in Miami. It was actually high school. We attended the same high school. I actually met in junior year.
Yeah, like the beginning of junior year, I think.
Yeah, I was introduced to her by a friend. So she was basically a friend of a friend when we first met. And since then, we just, I guess, talked every day. But the whole thing is, like, you know, I had my relationships, she had hers. So we were just friends. And for a large portion, the whole portion of high school. It was until after high school when we actually lost touch.
Yeah, guys, we were like best friends. Like, and I don't think we ever thought about like us getting together. Like, we didn't see each other that way, I don't think.
No.
Like we would text each other all the time.
I found her cute
and
attractive.
I found him cute, but we were both in different relationships, and we were kind of just like friends. I don't know, friends. And I remember we used to text each other all the time. That was like, I mean, phones were like fairly new. Like, they're not like they are now. Like with like touch
I had the Nokia.
I had like the little clear Nokia. It's like, it was just like you had to press like a button a certain amount of times to get like one letter kind of thing. And like we would like text each other all the time, but we used to make sure not to go over, because remember like the phone plans?
Yeah.
They were like, if you go over, like you have to pay.
Well, I had unlimited text messaging. So
I might have too. I just don't think I had unlimited call. So we wouldn't call each other. We would just text each other. That's what it was. So we would text each other all the time. And he would text me in the mornings to wake me up. I know it's weird because like we have different relationships. Like, now going back, I'm like, that's so weird. Like, we used to text each other like every morning.
The first thing in the morning.
Like before our like the person that we were with, we spoke with each other. So that's weird. Funny.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like after high school. It was about a year or so. We just stopped talking for some reason. I was never, ever a big fan of sorry.
Guys, these like white things are like flying from a tree.
Side note: if you guys are seeing all this snow-like substance falling from the sky, this is spring.
It's not snow; it's spring. We're in Texas, and we're in our backyard.
This is like the trees saying, "Here, take my love everywhere."
We're in our backyard right now, and there's like this tree that has like little white fluffy stuff on it, and it just blows.
It's
like
blowing
everywhere.
all the seeds, all his seeds everywhere.
Yeah, to you guys it probably looks like snow, but it's not.
Going back on track. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of social media. I never had a MySpace growing up. I just said, why? Most of the people I want to keep in contact with, like, are some of my best friends that are, you know, a walk away from my house. And I had Facebook, but I deleted it during high school. And it was until after high school I reopened Facebook. And literally within an hour I get a message from this one.
I did know, like, I remember
Like
getting...
she was sitting waiting.
No, I remember getting something, like, saying Richard...
It's online or something.
Richard is online or whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, it's Richard! Like, you guys don't understand. Like, he was my best friend. And I don't know even how we lost touch. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
We just stopped talking.
And, like, he was, like, a really, really good friend to me. So I'm like, I think I messaged you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I messaged him. And I was like, hey, like, what's up? I haven't talked to you in forever. And then I don't know how you... I don't know. I don't remember what you said.
Me neither. But that's how
it started.
We started talking again.
Yeah, and then my mom
for almost a whole year, six months.
No, we didn't talk for like a whole year, I don't think, because we got together in 2010. We graduated in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
so it was like maybe like a few weeks before we saw each other.
Oh, it was
in person.
weeks. Yeah, that's right.
I think it was weeks. My mom and a friend of ours, they had a nonprofit at the time, and we were going to some expo to do like some event. And I messaged him and I'm like, hey, do you want to come? Like, you want to hang out? Because we haven't seen each other in a while, like in person or whatever, and we have to catch up. Like, let's catch up or whatever. So I had a car at the time because I was working full time already, and Richard didn't have a car yet. So
I didn't have a license either.
And he didn't have a license either. So I don't think you even knew how to drive. You never drove.
No,
he didn't even drive.
I didn't see the need.
Like, I was out on the road already. I
was the friend that was like, hey, can you give me a ride?
He would walk everywhere. Like,
I would walk, I would bus, and like if I need a ride somewhere, I was like, hey, I'll spot you. I'll give you some gas money, or I'll take you to eat if you drive me here and drive me back.
Like, yeah, and then I just had like I had a car that was passed down to me. First it was my mom's and my grandfather's, and then it went down to me. So it was like a little Saturn. It was a little bit beat up, and yeah, but it was a good, reliable car. Yeah. So I went to pick him up at his house, and when I pulled up, I'm like, oh man, Richard's looking cute, like in my head, you know. And then he got in the car. And we went to my house, and the first thing that he did was change my windshield wipers. Good man right here. He changed my windshield wipers. We went to this event, and like we instantly like reconnected. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, we like picked up
right where we left off. And obviously we weren't in the relationships that we were in anymore. We were out of them already. And
during that event, I taught you how to play chess that you've never played before.
Yeah, he taught me how to play chess that day.
What else? And at the time, her father was actually a DARE officer.
Yeah.
Through the Miami-Dade Police Department. So he was there with his own booth.
My parents knew him, by the way, when we were friends.
Yeah.
I
never met them, but
in high school I thought that he was Samoan. He's not Samoan.
Yeah,
I thought
he used to have longer hair.
He used to have really long hair, guys. Really, really long hair and like wavy. So I used to call him my Samoan friend. Richard, my Samoan friend. I don't know. That's just the way it was. My mom met him at the office once, and so I think my dad gave him like a DARE shirt because he really wanted one.
No, it's because I remembered the DARE song.
Oh, that's right. And then
you were like, wait, you gotta tell my dad.
Yeah, that's right.
So you gave him the phone, and I sung him the DARE song, and he's like, what? You remember that?
That's right.
And so he sent me a shirt, which was my favorite shirt. I don't know where it went.
What happened to that thing?
Yeah, I wore that thing everywhere.
This stuff is like falling everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at the event, he held my hand at the event, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it was like, whoa, like, I don't know, like, it was like an instant connection kind of thing. Like, you know when they say that, like, when you see the person that you're gonna marry and spend the rest of your life with, like, you automatically know? Mm-hmm. Like, that day, I think it kind of, like, clicked for the both of us.
Yeah, for me.
It was really weird.
I was laughing because when you said that, you know, when you saw me, like, dang, you're looking good. I literally thought the same thing. I was like, hey, that can't be Bianca. Like, I had to take a double look. I still remember what she was wearing. She was wearing some black shorts with like
I don't remember what I was
a
wearing.
yellow tank top and some kind of sneakers. I think they were like Converse or something. But she was looking super cute.
I don't remember what he was wearing, but I know that he looked cute too. So yeah, he held my hand and it was instantly like a click. Like, oh my god, like, is this a feeling that people talk about? So whatever, time passed. We like officially started dating. Like, we made it official on May 27th. Yeah, May 27th, 2010. So we've been together for 8 years now. We're coming up on 8 years of being together. And then we got married. We got engaged on our 2nd year anniversary, the day of our 2nd year anniversary of being together. That's when we got engaged. And we got married in November of 2013. So November 8th, 2013. So we make 5 years married this year. It is crazy because the time has just like flown by. That's pretty much our infertility side of the story.
And where we're at right now.
And like where we're at right now. So right now it's kind of like a waiting game. Yeah. We were told when I got the HSG done, we were told that this month and the following 2 or 3 months, our chances are boosted.
Yeah.
To get pregnant. So we are praying and we are doing every single thing that we can to get pregnant this cycle or the next 2, but we're like really praying hard that it's this cycle so we do not have to go through this again, and the baby's healthy and everything. So we are again eating pineapple core, drinking pomegranate juice, taking prenatals. He's taking vitamins too.
Cold showers,
no baths, all that fun stuff, and lots of prayers. So yeah, that's basically the infertility side and how we met. And
so I have a background. I guess I'll tell you what we do for a living. So my background is actually I work as a pharmacy tech in a hospital. It's pretty exciting.
And he did it like right after he stayed with the same career.
Yeah, after
school. Yeah.
More or less like right after high school, I had a maintenance job at an apartment building. I had a electrician apprentice job for a few months. That was nice. Coming out of high school, I was getting paid like 11 something an hour. I was like,
yeah, for a student coming right out of high school, that's great.
Yeah, so I worked at Chick-fil-A. We did actually. We worked at
together.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. I was a cook.
And I was
certified trainer.
I was up front like a cashier.
And then.
This is a long time ago, guys.
I have to bring up back the memories and stuff like that. So, I remember Mario saying that Mario's my father-in-law. Her father.
My dad.
Her father. He was like, how you're gonna provide for your family. Chick-fil-A's not gonna cut it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So at the same time, Bianca wanted to go to school. So we decided to go to school.
Miami.
We both attended a tech school in Miami, and where I chose to be pharmacy tech. I love the Ivy room setup. That's what drew me into it. I guess it's just like the idea that you're mixing something, like some kind of med that's actually going to help someone. So fast forward now, that's what I do for now.
My career has changed quite a bit within these last couple of years.
She has been the most adventurous.
Yeah, I've been like the most adventurous, like risk taker, like kind of thing. And I'm thankful because I have a very supportive spouse and a very supportive family, so I've been able to do that. So I started off right out of high school. I started off at a retail job. Oh no, I got my first job ever at Dunkin' Donuts. I lasted there for about a month, and then I quit because it was horrible. It was like awful. The manager was awful. Everything about it was just a horrible experience. My second job was at a retail store. It was a clothing store that had just opened in Broward County. So I worked there. I forgot the name of the store right now.
Forever
if it comes
21?
back, it wasn't Forever 21. It was something like Forever 21, but it was not Forever 21. I forgot what the name was though. I don't remember the name, but it was like Forever 21, but it's not Forever 21.
Okay.
I don't remember. Then I went from there to working at a dental office. At that dental office, I was lucky enough where the doctor would teach me a lot of things. It was just me and the doctor. I was the receptionist and like the assistant, and he was the doctor. It was a very small dentist office. Like,
you're the receptionist.
I was like pretty much everything.
The radiology tech.
Yeah, I was a little bit of everything. I was blessed enough for him to teach me how to take X-rays and stuff, and how to like remove the rubber bands off of braces and stuff. So I did that for a while, and then I would like file in people's files. I was just like an all around kind of thing at that office. And then I fell in love with dental, like the dental world. That's when I went to school. I went to the same school as Richard. It was a tech school, and I studied to be a dental assistant. Guys, I loved it. Like, I loved doing dentistry. It was awesome. So we graduated. Then that dental office, he wasn't looking for an assistant, like a dental assistant. He was looking more for like an office assistant. So I could no longer stay there. I had to go to another office. So I went to another office. I was there for quite a while. And again, it was amazing. I loved what I did. The pay was not too great. It wasn't what the school had told me that it was going to be around, like the range. So I was like, okay, we're going to get married. This is like, the transition happened like around the time that we were about to get married. So I was like, okay, I need something that makes me more income just so we can live a little bit more comfortably and we can be able to travel and do the things that we wanted to do. So I moved on again to the insurance world. So I was doing homeowners and auto insurance, and I worked with my mom's friend, which was great. It was awesome. Insurance is not something I liked to do. I just did it because I wanted more income, and that gave us that. And then we moved to a different location in Miami, about an hour away, so that was a little too far for me. So then I still remained in the insurance world, just in a different office. I stayed there for a while until I opened up my doula business. So I fell in love with the birth community because I watched this documentary called The Business of Being Born. And I was like, what the heck is a doula? I need to be one. So
doula?
I took a course, and if you don't know what a doula is, yes. I was a labor and also a postpartum doula. It's basically like a birth coach. So I was in the delivery room with these families, or at the birthing center, or at home. Sometimes I would do home births, and I would be like their birth coach. So I would help the mom and dad through everything, and afterwards I would help them too by like cooking them a meal and stuff like that, and just helping them transition into parenthood. And then postpartum work, I would go to the house every so often, like however many times they hired me for, and I would help. Basically, I was kind of like a nanny. Like, I would take care of the siblings, I would clean up the house, I would help the mom learn how to breastfeed. I would do a ton of stuff. It was awesome, and I completely loved it, and it was my business, and I treasured it like it was my baby. And I had that for a while, and then I joined forces with another doula agency. I was a contractor for them, and it was an incredible experience. I loved it until we moved here. Well, not until we moved here. I loved it still. Yeah. And I was also a placenta encapsulation specialist. So I would encapsulate placentas. I know you guys are probably going to think that that's weird. No judging, okay? There are people who encapsulate their placentas, and that's perfectly fine, okay? No judging. I was in my doula business for quite a while. Then we decided to move here to Texas. When we decided to move here, the week before we moved here, Richard got into a really, really bad car accident. Mm-hmm. And he lost his car. This is where, if you guys see the scar on his hand, it's not because he's violent and punched something. No. It's from an accident. He, Superman punched through the window of the car. And, yeah, he's lucky to be alive. So,
Wear your seatbelts.
That was, like, the scariest phone call I have ever had in my life. I was eating at a restaurant, saying goodbye to one of our really good friends because we were about to move. I was with my mom and my grandmother and our friend saying bye, and then I got the phone call, and like, it was just a horrible experience. That'll be like on a whole nother vlog. Yeah. And then he lost the car. The car got totaled. So when we came here, we only came with my car, and I didn't have a way to keep the doula business going because you're kind of on call for 24 hours, and he has to work. So I was at home because I didn't have a car. He had to work, stuff like that. So then I found LuLaRoe, which is what I do now. So it's a clothing business, and I sell clothes online. So I started that business, and I'm still doing it, and I absolutely love it because I get to help women, and I help them feel beautiful and gorgeous. And you know what? I help men too because we sell men's clothing too, so they feel awesome in the shirts. So I just love to help people and make them like bring out their inner beauty and like feel confident in themselves, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So I do have my own business. I do work from home, so you guys will see me home quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, so I've been pretty adventurous with my career choices. Yep. Quite a bit. Yep. I wear many hats.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you have a adventurous woman like this, support her.
I am so lucky. I am so lucky that I have a husband that supports me and a family who supports me. Like, literally my family supports me in anything that I do. Even my crazy, wild ideas. all those things. Just, yes, I am very, very lucky. I'm blessed. Yes.
So yeah, I guess diving back on what this actual video is about. I guess what I want to say is, guys, there's no one person at fault when it comes down to it.
Yeah, it's totally not your fault. Don't blame yourself.
Do
Because
not
I did
blame
that
yourself.
to myself for a while, and it's just not good.
Yeah, because for whatever reason, some things are matching up. It's not your fault. Do not play the blame game.
Yes.
I was not raised to do that. So I have no blame towards her. She has no blame towards me. That actually has never once crossed my mind.
Me neither. I mean, I've blamed myself for it, but I've never blamed, like, Richard for our infertility or anything like that. Like, there's no need to blame each other.
I actually did blame myself at one point.
Yeah, I've blamed myself as well.
I made some not good choices when I was younger, and I thought that might have affected me present day, but it didn't to that extent.
So yeah, don't blame yourself. Love each other.
Support each other.
And just give love to each other. Like, I think the most important thing is, like, we're very open with each other in our relationship, and, like, we kind of just tell each other everything. So just say what you feel. Don't keep those things bottled in. And if you are feeling down or depressed or feel anxious about the whole situation, don't think that you're alone. It happens like in waves for me. With infertility, like, I feel like it just, like, comes and goes sometimes. Like, some days I'll be fine, some days it'll, like, hit me like a big train. So it all depends on the day and stuff like that, on how I feel. But just know that you're not alone, and we're here for you guys. And you guys can always leave us comments down below. I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this or not, but if you are watching and you do have questions, feel free to comment below, and we will be more than happy to talk to you guys. We want to make new friends. We don't really have many friends. The friends that we have are very good friends and close friends. So we're happy to see this community grow and to see how you guys interact with us and stuff like that. So we look forward to seeing you guys. My HSG vlog will be up soon. I'll probably film it either tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully we can figure out this whole editing thing and have this video up today or tomorrow before Infertility Awareness Week is over. So if you're seeing this video, we did it. We did it. So yeah, guys, we are super excited to start this new journey, and we can't wait to see where it leads us to. So
you want to leave them with a challenge?
What?
Simply this: if you're watching this video and you watched up to this point, or you just happen upon this part, put your phone down and go say I love you to
your spouse, significant other. If you don't have a spouse, someone that you love. Someone that you cannot possibly do life without. Yes. And let them know that. Yes. That you love them. Yes. So, like, go now. Right now. Right now. Pause the video or whatever you have to do and go say that you love them. Right. So, we will see you guys on our next video. Yeah. I guess this is new to YouTube. Yeah. But if you guys like it, drop a like. Please leave a comment if you want to talk to us. Subscribe, all the things. I don't know where the subscribe or like button is. Either up here, somewhere, over here, down here, down here. I don't know. So yeah, like and subscribe. No pressure. If you like it, like it. If you don't, then that's fine too. Yeah, and we will see you guys on our next vlog. The next vlog is going to be more of like a family style vlog, and you'll probably go on a walk with us in a trail. So we will see you guys later.